Welcome back, people. Today's daily match is taken from the Blizzcon as well. I'm going to be following MakaPrime once again. He's the red Terran here. And that series that he had with DIMAGA was the first series that he had on Blizzcon. So following a bit ahead after he had the matches with DIMAGA, he faced another very interesting player. And I'm quite curious about this series. I still didn't watch it. Because, with DIMAGA you had the Korean versus European servers face-off. Here MakaPrime is facing against the Blue Protoss HuK, and it's a North American servers versus Korean servers face-off, something that you don't see that frequently as well. And HuK is a Canadian player, a very good Protoss player. He's actually now member of Team Liquid, and I've been wondering when is he going to be sent to play on the GSL in Korea, because Team Liquid has a special, a small group, a special group of players staying in Korea to play on the GSLs, and maybe HuK would be a nice reinforcement. Anyway, it would be interesting to see how he fares against MakaPrime, because might be an example of how HuK would be able to handle against the Korean pros if he eventually ends up playing in Korea and go and join the Team Liquid force there. We know that every game is a game. We know that the conditions and the situations change. There's a lot of vectors and options that change the game. But still I'm curious about seeing how HuK handles MakaPrime, because you guys know that MakaPrime is a big reference around Terran players. He's played both GSLs, he's a very strong player, very committed and dedicated. And if HuK is able to handle against him, it's a good sign he might be able to do good in Korea. So following the game a bit, I'm gonna stop blabbering. Let me get the HP bars up as well. As you can see here, not much going on. Gas, finish up his barracks, just standard opening. And meanwhile on HuK's side, he got a gateway, pylon into gateway, and chrono boosting zealots out. Is he considering any kind of pressure? Because by chrono boosting this early, here it is, chrono boosting more on top of it. So seems like that HuK might be considering applying early pressure onto MakaPrime, and Maka I don't think is very ready for it. He's gonna have two Marines, might be able to handle this, and HuK placing this probe here on the side as well, might be using it later on. And here comes first Zealot, second Zealot already coming out as well, and HuK keeps pumping more and more. He keeps applying the pressure and making more chrono boosted Zealots. So early push, one gateway push, Zealots entering the base from Maka. I think that Maka, if he micros properly his Marines, is going to be able to fend off this Zealot rush, but he needs to be careful. Obviously those Zealots with those blades, they're going to be able to slice and dice those Marines if he doesn't run away. There it is, very well microed. Meanwhile there's a second Zealot already entering the place. The first one is almost dead, entering the mineral line, and here comes the second one. HuK keeps applying the pressure. He's not going to leave Maka to rest. The Marines are trying to fend off this one, surrounded by SCVs, and second one also killed. There's still a third one advancing. HuK sent three of his Zealots into the mineral line, trying to make sure that he's going to at least interrupt or disrupt the mining from Maka, but not much of the damage, a big damage coming out of here. He killed like 3 or 4 probes. There it is, now slicing those Marines, and another surround made by the SCVs, and the Zealot got killed. So this first early rush got fended off. He lost 4 or 5 SCVs and a couple of Marines. Seems like that Maka is going to place his buildings in such a way that he's going to be able to wall off against any advance on his mineral line. He's going to have to go all the way around up here or up here. Bunker going down, so defenses on this side of the mineral line, and this place is fairly walled off as well. That flanking distance there will permit Maka to just take his Marines and shoot anything that advances. Meanwhile on HuK's side, already working out of 2 gateways with a cybernetic score, and the third gateway going down. Seems like he's chrono boosting probes, so he's basically preparing his mid-late game, trying to stabilize his economy. At the moment, as you can see, he has a lot more than Maka. Maka has been committing to a lot of Marines and Marauders, and what else he's researching? He's also researching the stim pack, so I think that Maka sacrificed a lot of his workers, a lot of SCVs to make a small group of Marine Marauders, and I think he's going to try some kind of timed rush here. As you can see there, the stim pack is almost finished, so I think he's going to wait for the moment that it gets finished and make a push into HuK's base, see if HuK actually has any decent defenses, because if he doesn't, the game might be over right now. There it is, almost finished, Stimpack finished, instantly using the Stimpack and advancing into HuK's forces. HuK doesn't have much of an army, nice around there, shooting all of those stalkers down and advancing into the main base of HuK. What will HuK have to defend here? He needs some kind of defenses. There it is, more stalkers and zealots, fending off this assault from MakaPrime. MakaPrime already inside the main base from HuK, but HuK very well defended, fending off this assault, slowly shooting down those Marine Marauders. There's still plenty of Marines and Marauders to shoot down this small group from HuK. HuK needs to get more forces, or else this single Marauder here will start shooting the buildings down or go to the mineral line. No, 2 more Stalkers out. Excellent defense, and HuK was able to fend off this assault. Also, HuK took his time to place a proxy pylon here on this corner, but here comes the forces from MakaPrime, checking around, making sure that there's no proxy pylons here, and they obviously spotted that one. So basically that proxy pylon is over, no warp gate technology used there. Also, HuK, interesting or not, placed a pylon there all the way up north and another one all the way down here south, outside of his main base, so if a scan goes down here, won't be spotting these buildings. And some secret tech being placed on this corner. Robotics facility going down. Will HuK get some Immortals out? Or thinking about maybe getting some Colossi. Colossi are very effective against Marine Marauder balls, and at the moment that's what MakaPrime has. So maybe HuK will be considering going straight into those Colossi and not get any Immortals out. Guess we're gonna see it pretty soon. For now, his army composition, as you can see here, sentries, not enough stalkers and not enough zealots. He doesn't have much because that big confrontation just happened, but he's just mustering up his forces, just as MakaPrime. 9 Marines, 5 Marauders. And MakaPrime also getting his command center, already an orbital command ready to pick up his expo. So preparing to expand, and at the same time maybe make a push with this small group once again, applying the pressure on HuK and making sure that he's going to be able to stabilize his economy. And HuK sending an observer to take a look and keep tabs on what MakaPrime is doing. There it is, expo taken. Now we need some workers getting transferred there. And meanwhile, seems like that HuK has the same idea. He's going to advance as well while sending a probe here. Will he be placing a nexus as well? There it is, Marine sending in the front to just to be used as for scouting purposes. And here comes the clash. No, pulled back instantly. I think that observer